Hey guys, this is me, Summer Gamer. Today I'm going to do something a bit different. For some reason, my audio has been cut out. Well, not cut out. Well, it was cut out because I had to, but the audio was corrupted, and for some reason it just wouldn't work. So I'm going to do like a live, or not live commentary because it's not live. Like editor's commentary, I guess. It'll only take 20 minutes. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. I might just turn this video into a tutorial. I don't really want to like stop. I don't want to really just not release the video, and this is actually why I separate my audio from my video, because sometimes it just gets corrupted and I'd have to do something like this. Now at this moment I was just designing the rocket. I took the Terrier engine. It's pretty effective. I was choosing which decouplers to choose here. Right here I'm just getting more engines, the main engine for the rocket. We're doing a flyby of the Mun, but we're also going to be doing a minmus landing, which is actually pretty good. I was just adding support engines right here, adding more fuel tanks to the side, and then from there I added another fuel tank, and then I add more swivel engines. Right now I'm just seeing if I have a pilot on board, because you can't make maneuver nodes without a pilot unless you got the online system up and running. Right here I forgot that I needed a thermal shield for re-entry of the atmosphere, and right now I'm putting science things on. Like, I'm literally doing commentary like right when I read it, or right when I see it. I think this video would turn out good. I just didn't want to like release a video, or not release a video at all. So I just decided to do this. I don't know if this would get a lot of views. I mean, I hope it does. But you know, I'd understand if it won't. I gotta find out what caused that though. Right here, I think that, yeah, I'm just putting a decoupler under that thing, that thermal shield. I got most of the rocket figured out. Right now I'm just finding out the staging. Once we get into launch, I made it so that it's 4 times speed. So this would only be like, by the looks of it, it would probably only be like 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes or so. I actually forget if I put a nose cone on those things. I think I did. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did. I think I did pretty good with this rocket design. I mean, it's not too much, but it's not terrible. Once we launch, it'll go much faster, I promise. And we got the rocket. We're naming it. I named it Kerbal Launch Time, I guess. I don't know if that's a good name. Thought it was pretty good. This is where I launch. Once we get into space, I put on 4x speed. I think I said I put on 4x speed as soon as I launch, but I didn't. That would happen in space, yeah, around 60,000 meters or so. I'll try posting another Kerbal Space Program video today, mainly for the fact that this is kind of a disappointing video. Well, I don't know if it's disappointing, but it's not the type of video that I like to do. If that makes sense. For some reason, is there audio coming out of this? Oh wait, yeah, that's because of narration. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. So right now, you want to tilt, you want to hug that right side of the prograde marker, because that would allow you to steadily angle yourself for a good orbital, I guess. And right now I'm just seeing how high we would go. I actually messed up here. I wasn't thrusting enough. If you ever make a mistake like that, just click those retrograde markers. I mean, that's the entire reason why SAS exists. But it's just, it makes things so much easier actually. From there, we're seeing where to go. Now we're actually high enough to the point where we have to worry very little about aero pressure, aerodynamics. There's not a whole lot of air in space. Yeah, right now I actually don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just waiting. But 4x speed is coming up soon. Yep, here it is. At least I think so. Now it is. Why is it so laggy? I hope that doesn't make it laggy in the video. But yeah, I can't put over 4x speed without any audio weirdness. Right now I'm just thrusting to get into an orbit. And once you do that, I'm just doing a flyby of the Mon. Well, not a flyby, I actually orbited it. Pretty good actually. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't that bad, I should say. But yeah, actually I really hope the end product isn't this laggy. But yeah, I actually forgot to fix my orbit because it was kind of crooked, but it wasn't too big of a problem. In fact, I don't think there was a problem with it at all, which was pretty good. Because the orbit was kind of tilted, because I messed up then, earlier, how I flipped the ship while breaking off. Yeah, it wasn't too big of a problem. We still managed to go on the Mun's equator. We got a periapsis of about 7,000 meters, so that's pretty good. As you can see, there's a timer on the bottom that tells us I actually made another mistake because I waited way too long, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, in fact, I don't think it made any difference actually from if I just started before that. But if you're doing more precious burning, it's really important to not make that mistake. Now I didn't land on the Mon, I just did like a really close orbit of it. So whenever you're doing something like this, just make sure to not just make sure that you're careful, because like the speed, and you would be really close to it, it could be a problem that you might crash land into it. I mean, Kerbals would call that a win, but you know, I wouldn't. So yeah, you gotta remember that Kerbals have like really low standards. I mean, like, seriously, it's like crazy. Right here, I just tried to see if I would be able to see Jebediah's ship, which I wasn't. Now from here I was going to do my escape burn by traveling in the opposite direction of the orbit that the Mun is in, so that it's maximum slowness. I did a quick warp. I did the burn, and I did another maneuver node that was mainly in retrograde, which is the opposite direction of your moving, to slow us down. You always want to do these slowing downs at apoapsis, your highest point, because the higher you are from an orbit, it also means the slower you're going, and therefore the easier it is to change your trajectory. Well, in periapsis it's actually the opposite. It's easier to go fast if you're in periapsis. Now from here, I just entered the atmosphere, nothing too special. I got some science. It was actually pretty good. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't that bad. It was honestly pretty good. It was pretty good. From here, I was just buying some engines, I would say. I actually forget what I bought. But yeah, I just bought the engines. And I wasn't going to use any of those to get to minmus, mainly because I didn't need to. I was just going to use those gray fuel tanks, which are actually pretty good, because they actually allow so much more surface area within your ship, making it much easier to land. Now the rocket was pretty much done. All I did was add another fuel tank to it. You really don't need that much to get the minmus. It's not that much different from the Mun. In fact, if I really want to, I think I could have used the same ship that I used to orbit the Mun. But, I don't know. I didn't make the mistake I did last time, which is good. I didn't make that stupid orbital mistake. Now, for some reason, the thing was messing up, and for some reason it made it sound like I didn't have enough fuel. I don't know why it did that, even though I have like 4,000 meters of delta V, which delta V is pretty much how much fuel you have to change your velocity, and whenever you add it, you either go that fast, like say you have 150 delta V. If you're going 100 miles per hour and go at I forget what it's called. Let's just say you're going forward in the direction that you're moving. That would mean you're going 250 miles per hour. While if you go in the opposite direction, retrograde, you're actually going 50 miles per hour in the opposite direction, which is actually pretty good. I mean, right here I was just straight up trying to find a open window to get to minmus, which actually took a while. I don't know why. I finally found it. I wanted to save as much fuel as possible until I realized that going the extra distance really didn't do anything. So I kinda just wasted time here. I mean, like, there wasn't that much fuel difference, actually. In fact, by the end of this, I think I had a little too much fuel. I had like 800 meters of fuel left or something like that. I can't quite remember. But yeah, once you get on your target, you really just want to do the same thing you would do for the Mun. Fuel in that direction. Yeah, right here I'm just burning. Now for some reason I just decided to mess it up. I have no idea why I did that. So it actually took quite a lot longer than it really needed to be. Like, I'm gonna just say one thing, okay? I'm really not that good at this game. I mean, like, I really only went to, like, 4 celestial bodies, which is Ike, Duna, Mun, and Minmus. I mean, hopefully I get better at the game so I can get to more places. I almost landed on Gilly, but then I underestimated its gravity. Or, yeah, that's what I did. I was going too fast. I thought I can just burn it out, like, as soon as I hit the ground, but no. I just straight up crashed, which is pretty sad. Imagine crashing on Gilly. Like, seriously? Gilly has the least gravity of any celestial body in the Kerbal solar system, I guess you can call it. Right here, I'm just making a easier trajectory. I'm pretty sure, yeah, right here you can see that that's what I'm doing. I actually overshot it a bit, which kind of sucked, but like I said, I had more than enough fuel, so I could have pretty much fueled whichever way I wanted. I wanted to get the orb, or I want my closest point to be as close to the equator as possible, which I did a pretty good job. It's just a little bit tilted, but that's not that bad. I'm just time warping to this area right now. As soon as I got the minmus, it's really not that bad though. Now I'm just making the orbit, and right now I'm just trying to get into that that perfect zone, I guess. I'm trying to get to that flat area, I should say. Because minmus is actually pretty easy to land on, because you can see how flat some of these areas are. It's just so flat. Now, right here, I'm just trying to change, I'm trying to get rid of that forward motion I have, and also trying to slow down a bit. I did a pretty good job with that, if you're asking me. So, I'm literally just thrusting as I go down. I mean, that's really the only way you can do it. I deployed the legs because I kind of forgot to do that. And it's actually funny because as soon as I got down, I realized that I didn't even need the legs. It just straight up stood on the engine, which was an oversight by my part. You can literally see how it's tilting. It's literally just standing on the engine. And I even noticed it too. Yeah. I made a flag saying greater flats because my friends told me that you should put flags saying which biome you're in so that you don't mistake it for another biome. I did my signs here. Not that bad. My computer just fell asleep, sorry about that. Yeah, I did that. Made a boost. Pretty good boost. I tried to gang it close to... I actually deleted this maneuver node later on because I realized that I really didn't need it. I mean, literally all I needed to do was retrograde burn as soon as I got to Apoapsis. Because like I said earlier, the higher you are above an orbit, the easier it is to slow down. Because you're already going slower than you're normally going. Because of gravity. I forget what it's called, but it's some kind of... like, it's physics, okay? It's just physics. I actually almost died here. Not here. Whenever I was boosting, I accidentally boosted into 5,000 degrees, or 50,000 meters. like that. Because you gotta be careful about that, because like if you're not, you would just straight up die. I actually almost blew up then. All that hard work was almost for nothing. I landed soon, recovered the vessel. I actually got a whole lot of science, 828 science. I spent that to get the nuclear propulsion, which is one of the best engines in the game. I know nuclear propulsion actually sounds slightly intimidating, but trust me, it's really not. And honestly, it's probably one of the most gentle engines in the game. One of the best things about that engine though is that it doesn't need any oxidizer. It just needs the fuel, which I don't really know how that works, but you know, it's pretty cool. Now right now I'm just finding what things I should be upgrading. I found that I needed the inflatable engine, which I would use for the Duna landing. And that's all of the things I have. So I'd see you guys afterwards, once I finish, which is pretty cool.